Hey, woo! We here. We here. Like I said, I'm back. This is Thursday Thrills, the redo of 14. Last time it was clipped. Let's get started. We're gonna talk about various things. We're gonna talk about all the situations that's going on this week. We're gonna talk about the CRT thing that's been rooming around. I don't really care what's going on, Psycho Candy. Yeah, and all that bullshit. And then we're gonna talk about what's going on, Mike. Then we're gonna talk about this damn Monahan report. We're gonna talk it brief. It's nothing special. It's nothing special. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing special. Let's see here. Put the Thursday Thrills category in here. Let's see how they do things here. Yeah. Only eligible. Yeah. I'm gonna save it. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on with everybody? What's going on? Who is this? Hey, Miss V. Salute, salute. Yeah. Like I said, it's a lot of things going on I've been hearing. Let's get into the Monahan report. You got an infamous scholar, teacher, grandmaster been preaching this stuff. There's a lot of pushback on that. I'm not impressed by it. I wasn't taught about the Monahan report, growing up, but I understand. And I think Saruan said this last night. And he said what he said, and I kind of agree with it. And it just confirms that it is like a theory. But the good thing is, I think the younger generation don't really care. So I'm going to stand on it. I could talk it in the discussion if you want to ask. I got links on that. Is it relevant for the future? So the younger generation is not looking at it for as a use. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things about the Monahan report. I'm glad last time we talked about anarchism, and that was a good stream. And I haven't seen the replay. I'll probably see it tomorrow, but I don't know how long this will be. Might see it this weekend. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on, Juan G? Salute, salute. Oh, the villains here, Captain Ghost. And we're just here, man. Like it's one of those things, and we're gonna be on forward. So, like I said, I mean, I've been watching a lot of drama from other sectors of YouTube, and the shit's about going happening and the splits between individuals and things like that. It's all great, and I know people's talking about the basic topics and talking about the females and the flims and flamsies. I don't give a shit about that. That's not important. Fuck them. The important thing is let's talk about this CRT thing. I know it's a part of that alphabet group. That's the little thing. And I think Cerulean said this, and I kind of agree with him. And there was an argument over at Art of Itmore's, not Art of Itmore's, Art of New Style. My fault. Art of New Style. My fault. Correct myself. New Style. And there was a discussion between him and those guys that we ran off the panel since last year, around October in the fall, and previously on Thursday Thrills #5. You watched that stream what we did to SKC and all them guys. We demolished them. And ever since then, it got personal. Ever since the Sunday Madness #2. Now, the same conversations go again. We moved the needle. And now it's like we did it again. Villains is 2-0 against the conversation on that. So we killed 2 arguments and birds and 1 stone. So now we got the knowledge over here, the truth and the gems, and we just spectate and be villainy like we always do and conquest the chat room. As villains as we are, the villainy is still here. Great Skull. Chat. And like I said, man, we're here to continue. But yeah, enough of the drama. Those 2 things I was going to talk about. I'm talking about them brief. But man, I've been doing good. Excellent. It's been an excellent week for me. Yes, I did a couple of content there and there, like last Sunday. I did saw the embrace of being an independent thinker. That was a good one on #6. I appreciate everybody came through with that one. That was a good stream. Did a lot of vlog streams. Excellent moves on it. And that's just what it is. And it became one of those things. I feel like that's that's the things that get me move forward in so many words. So, and I started doing it. Then I did pre-records and just testing this thing out because January is a bad month for people. A lot of people don't have that much money to spend on everything, and I've noticed. I went out today and I went to the store, and people still shopping stuff and groceries a little bit, but it was empty in those fast food restaurants. People's hitting hard. It's a rough month for them until next month. That's the love month, they will say, or Black History Month or whatever. I'm going to kind of troll and roast on that month. I don't really care for it, but even though I live in the state of Georgia, there's a holiday next Monday. The reason I'm not going to do a stream because that's in Georgia. So, I'm kind of like fall back and probably do some pre-records and things like that. Like I give two shits about what people think, right? So in that case, we may never know. May never know. That's the thing that we see here. So it's a lot of things going on in these spheres and Black sectors and smaller sectors and what we see on YouTube. So a lot of things is going in, and people just like, yeah. Thursday nights is usually wild and hectic. Open discussions. We talk about real topics and talk a little bit about politics in depth and bring links and show information. So last night was excellent. It was 2 hours. I could have went further, but now someone was trying to derail. But I didn't want that to mess up the conversation. Nothing to say, nothing personal with the guy. I just want to talk off air with the villains. I don't know how long this will be tonight. I don't really care about the conversation. I don't give a damn about what the other side's doing. Don't bring that bullshit on the panel tonight. I don't give a fuck about everybody else on this YouTube shit. I'm a villain. I'm not a cover channel. Take that bullshit somewhere else. I don't give a fuck about them. Take that shit offline. If I'm doing a stream and I'm busy, don't come up when I'm doing shit. I hate when y'all bring me your problems. Keep that shit to yourself and do it and handle it. I'm not the guy for you. I'm not doing it. I'm not professional. I'm not with that shit. Get out of my face with that bullshit. Because 2022, I'm not with that shit. Take that bullshit somewhere else. Yes, it's a semi-neutral channel, but it's not an all-neutral channel. I'm trying to tell you. We have our grounds here. Last time I tried that shit, it didn't work. I'm being strict over here now. Just don't bring me your problems. Just keep it in the chat and deal with it later because I ain't got time. I'm a busy man. I don't want to deal with that shit. Just let it be. Just let it be. You know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to argue with nobody this year or next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm focused on what's going on in this state and the politics is running in governorship right now. Not worry about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I got my own problems to deal with off air and offline and things like that. I don't need that on my fucking mind. So keep that shit to yourself. Let the system work the way it is. I don't care about no manosphere shit. Keep that bullshit to yourself. I don't care about all that. It's irrelevant. All that is a distraction. The villain sector don't care. We talk about real shit, solutions, how to solve certain issues around the world. And that's what I love to talk about. And then we just use examples of YouTube and social media. We attack issues, why people are acting up in different spaces. We don't care about no red pill spaces. I don't give a fuck about that. My red pill days of that shit is over. That shit died when I left the shit. I was beyond red pill. And I ain't gonna say I'm red pill. I've always been red pill. I just had that knowledge. Fuck out of here. I'm trying to say I'm fake red pill. Y'all niggas is fake red pill. I've been red pill since the beginning. Niggas is inconsistent. That's why I don't fuck with half of y'all now. When the shit died, stop fucking with us if you ain't really ready for us on that side. That's the whole thing about the villain sphere. We build this space, our little personal space, not a manosphere space. It will never will be. It's a whole different sphere. It's a smaller sector. Say fuck everybody else. We're on scorched earth, salting the earth type shit. We dismantle shit. So I have a killing machine. I realize what my audience is. We have killing machines. We drop knowledge. We take shit, break it apart, spread it out, and we out of here. We spectate what is going to be in the future, and we fall back. That's what we do. And that's the thing about me, and I'm glad the villain sphere exists. It was a small running joke thing during these spaces, but when Dre came, that changed everything. We start spreading out all across the different sources of communication when we talk to. So we plan the shit what we do, streams, you name it. Plan our actions. We move smart. That's what we do, man. We do real things off air as well. So yeah, in progress, we preach progress, and that's what we do. It's like a progress report. So the villain sphere is still here, and we do what we do, and we spectate the bullshit, what's going on in these spheres. I don't call it YouTube streets. I call it spaces and spheres and echo chambers that we cannot fucking stand. We challenge everybody on echo chambers and shit. We get off our echo chambers sometimes, and we do. And sometimes we stay in the chat. They challenge us. We get on the panel. They put us in the back. We leave. We're not going to argue with you for hours. That's what it is. It's a whole nother sphere. We do it our own shit, and we dismantle you. You know what I'm saying? We over here chilling and being real and being villains as always, being villainy. But we do conquest our detractors that they want to challenge. If it's a discussion, we'll go there. We go on the road, yeah, and we're not afraid. If I get challenged on panels, people come through and they get destroyed and devoured. All hell, Great Skull. And just like I said, we're here for it. So, in so many words, people try to bring their problems. I don't think people get what I was saying about the cover video. Don't come for me in this channel and then you think this is a neutral spot. I don't give a fuck about everybody else in this damn YouTube shit. I don't. Don't bring that bullshit to my doorstep. I'm not the one. Greetings, Shar. Salute, salute. Yeah, man. Like I'm just so tired of the bullshit right now. I'm just trying to be on this type of time right now. I'm gonna get a little small rant. And like I said, yeah, last night was good, but you gotta understand, talking about CRT is a waste. I know Art was talking about it, but those dudes ain't gonna change. They're gonna criticize you based off that, and they stick with their guns, and we get it. Too many retaliation videos and responses is, classic YouTube shit. But when you talk about that in the Monahan report, we got to drop that shit and just move on to something else and talk about real shit. These kids want anarchy. I talked about that yesterday, and I think it's very telling what Cerulean said. It's not a left or right issue. We couldn't expound on it last night because it was short lived. Because he had to go and do his thing, and I respect that. It was a good discussion. It didn't go over. It didn't do anything, and people want to challenge that. I did not want to talk to nobody afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You should have came on before there was a discussion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm warning y'all now, I'm not with all that. No. Hold that shit. If I'm free or whatever, that's cool, but not on these. Don't do it on these panels. I'm not doing that. I won't be bothered with that. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I don't like people carrying bones to shit. That's how shit gets compromised. I watch what y'all do, man. Y'all think I don't be watching. I'll be watching what y'all do. I just let y'all live, but don't bring that bullshit. Please don't. I already got enough problems with certain individuals in these spheres and other spheres, and I'm playing chess right now. So don't come at me with the bullshit. Okay? So we know what it is. A lot of people don't like us. We tell the truth, we expose the truth, and we just pull cards. That's what we do, man. We bring out the information, we shut people up, and we fall back. That's what we do. We're spectators. We are judges our own iniquities. We ain't gonna try to be self-righteous, but we are our own rulers, but we move accordingly. We stand on our own principles. But we are the mighty villains. The villain sphere's best. And we stand on our best. You know what I'm saying? Based off content. So I try to fight through the shit. But as villains as we are, the bad guys we are, we take that mantle. I take that mantle. I don't argue with individuals on panels all day. I mean, I've had discourse and discussions and debates, yeah, but I did that 2 years ago. That's 2 years ago shit on the pandemic. Before I even had to set up my own little setup that I have now. And I start coming back since last year. And that was in January of this year. And this was last year, like a year ago. And I said, man, this is good. And I'm glad I'm doing content this year. And I'm in full force. See, last year I came in April and just I wouldn't rebrand. I was actually doing content and doing this type of stuff. And I elevated. I had some growth on my channel, right? That's when people came through. See, April was huge. April was huge. And I started doing it, right? And next thing you know, you deal with certain things. So I had to upgrade my sound and things like that. And I worked on that until August 3rd came when I got the proper microphone. And I said, you know what? Let me start doing some real content. I started doing day streams and it worked for me. It's got patterns on it. And, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but, yeah, that's my go-to. And it's also my panel mic that I use, or my pre-record mic. I use it a lot to just get my messages across. It's a good microphone. I still use it, and it's reliable. I don't use it on the stream. I thought about using it on the stream, and I said to myself, I said, no, I'm going to use something different, and I'm going to maintain what I said when I said what I was going to do. So my content is going to be basically with this trusty microphone I got now, and yet that's just what it is. But I'm close to it now. So basically, I'm saying is I got my standard mic during the week, and that's it. So working on my little audio and things like that is very difficult, and I did that for months. I had crazy streams, good positive streams, and a little fuckery there and there. But the biggest one I had was Sunday Madness #2. I had all the heavy hitters, and I was doing something. I was just doing my knowledge on building my content and things like that. So yeah, you're going to see more of that sometimes every now and then. And then you got to focus on what type is, you try to leave the fuckery out of it. And it helps. It helps. And that's what builds us up a little bit. Just a small little fuckery. But the vlog streams will continue. The daily evergreen outside or small broadcasts that I do. And I'm going to elevate that as well. I'm going to get some accessories from outside as well, because I like streaming outside of myself and get prepared and build that confidence. And that's just what it is. But yeah, it's just annoying when people talk about things like that. So when you talk about it, you build your confidence up. And I think, when you stick to your content that and, I stick with the philosophies and things like that. So I've been challenged since last year. You got these trims come over here trying to challenge us because they come from different spaces. I ain't got time for the bullshit. I'm trying to build the channel to what it is. I'm not trying to argue with people. I'm done talking with people that be bullshitting. I just keep it as it is and keep pushing, because enough is enough. I'm not going to argue with people for hours. I will not do that. And y'all got to understand me on this, because a lot of times y'all just do what you do. I let y'all live, bro. I ain't got time to spew hatred and nonsense of y'all. That's a waste of my time. So when you do your own content, don't expect me to save you. I'm not saving nobody in this shit. You got to deal with it and move the fuck on. And that's the problem that I have with certain people. And that's just what it is. And some people don't like the content. That's cool. They can step aside. I don't care what the next men think. And speaking of difference of women, it's always going to be those problems. So again, it's nothing new. It's just I don't go in depth and just go in and talk my little ish. You know what I'm saying? I don't spew the propaganda, two-side religious gender war propaganda bullshit. This is not a gender war channel. This is not a minnow slash manosphere channel. This is a villains channel. This is a villain sector. We're the bad guys of the bunch. We criticize everybody. We're critics and spectators. And we do this shit like chess. We run shit like an iron fist over here. I cannot try to have everybody. You challenge us, that's great. But you can't come here and talk that slick shit and think you're going to get away with it. No. We're here for the long haul. Now, I will have Sunday Madness, of course, this weekend, and then scheduled my Wednesday and my Thursday streams tomorrow. I ain't gonna do it tonight, but I'll have to see how this plays out tonight and make sure I don't fuck up, because I don't want no bullshit tonight. I mean, we can have a discussion, clean discussion. We have a little light roast. We're just gonna keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? Who else is coming here? Greetings, 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 Collie Jane. Greetings, greetings, esteemed one. Palace of Petty, all hail Gray Skull. And yeah, she greetings Juan G's and everybody. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not trying to argue with people and try to win an argument. I will not do that. I will not do that. And that's just the thing, man. Like, I'm not trying to pick nobody off this shit. And that's just what it is, because people are so fucking emotionally enamored with the same thing. And that's just what it is. You know, y'all can hate, y'all can do all this bullshit. I'm not falling for it this year. Y'all gotta stop with the bullshit. And I'm not going for it. And I'm just being realistic. And that's just what it is. Yeah, man. Like, I'm not even worried what's going on. But you got dudes talking about CRT. That's a thing. And then they talk about the Monahan reports. That's ridiculous. I don't give a fuck about neither one. And I think it's time to us to move forward. A lot of people ain't gonna agree on the concepts, what they are. And Cerulean broke it down last night. I'm not gonna go in depth on it. It's a waste, bruh. And a lot of people just don't do content anymore. You know what I mean? They don't do pre-records, they don't do vlog streams. This is their content. If they're doing streams like this, they're one dimensional. Okay. I started doing these April of last year. Prior to that, I was a pre-recorder. Got a lot of views and certain pictures and certain messages. That was my content. I did that a long time ago. I had a different computer system and it worked out for me. So today is I'm doing the same thing with a different pre-recorder using similar tactics that I did before, and I build my channel that way. So I do real content as well. So I don't worry about a next man or another individual say I ain't got content. Motherfucker, you ain't got content. I challenge anybody that challenged me on that shit. You got to have pure content before I even mess with you. I'm not even tripping at this point. I'm like, come on, man, stop it. Let's just keep it 1,000. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm just here to be realistic. I know people don't like me saying a lot of shit and they try to want me to stop and things like that. I don't give a fuck. Y'all not stopping my flow of what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I'm not gonna argue with people for 5 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours over some bullshit. If you're with me or you're against me, that's it. I'm on that type of time. I'm on that scorched earth, salting of the earth. I'm on that type of time. If you're not with it, step off. You know, you got a lot of people want to talk all that shit, and it's just like I can't deal with that long term. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it for what it is. Stop giving people too much prowess. You know what I'm saying? I'm so tired of the bullshit. that people be spewing. But that's just what it is. I just don't like the fact that we get stuck on the same old shit for the next 4 to 5 years and people talk about it. To me, those points are irrelevant. I think they'd be good in a discussion. Are they valuable for the youth? Because the youth, to me, is looking like anarchists. Anybody that's anarchist, no matter if it's right or left, we talked about, very interested in telling. It's very true. And you have to look at it from an integral perspective, what the great Cerulean Gray says. And I said to myself, he made me think of something last night. I slept on it. He had a brilliant idea. And I was thinking of a lot of things I've learned about it. I learned about it from library books. And over time, I did my research and talked to actual anarchists on the ground years ago. That's what they believe. So I'm not far-fetched what's going on, right? So in so many words, I'm just like, look at here. And this is where y'all coming with. Y'all coming with this angle, right? So I'm not really kinged on what's going on like that because you get certain spaces, and then I saw some things is alarming, and we so focused on the wrong shit. And I saw two pre-records of Aaron Fountains, very alarming about the incelian problem. I talked about this last year, and it's being addressed. It's going to continue. It's an ongoing problem, and they're part of the ecosystem, but it's a real problem when they start killing individuals and specifically the opposite gender. And it's sad and it's barbaric. But you know what I saw from the Supreme Elder today, he had some interesting clips. I'm not impressed with what they say, but some of them are telling the truth about the dudes. Yeah, when they're on panels, you can't label them as what they will say, the manosphere and things like that, because they're stupid and dumb anyway. Why be on the fucking panel? They're gonna be retarded like that. That's a fucking move that I didn't like. See, this is why I don't fuck with half of these dudes co-signing that shit. And we said what we said off air, and you dudes are soft, bro. Let that bullshit happen to you. I would never let that happen to me. Never. If I don't like somebody, I don't fucking acknowledge them. I just like, just treat them like shit and just throw shots. That's what I do. And sometimes I don't acknowledge their channel. I don't even watch their shit. If their names mentioned, I've seen them on a panel that I'm cool with or someone else's channel, yeah, they're getting roasted. Period. If I don't even like the person. Sometimes I'll say a dirty comment or rude comment. I'll do that. Because I come from the old school trolling era, getting psychological damage. I come from that era. I kind of stopped doing that in my late 20s, and after that, niggas and everybody else got soft during the when Trump got in office. That killed everything. So again, I'm not giving a fuck what no one says. I stopped caring about that shit years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stopping for any fucking nobody or anybody that matter. If you see it what it is. I'm not stopping. I am not stopping. I feel like when we talk about the CRT and we talk about the Monahan report, they're good poses for a while until you get a proper mindset of how to look at it. The thing about it is, I'm so tired of the bullshit of it and people not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So basically, like I said, it's the circle jerk talking points and all this other shit, the double talks. I'm tired of it. And that's just what it is. That's my only criticism of these things in the long run. I'm just like, enough is enough. Who cares? You know what I mean? Everybody's doing real shit. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. That's just what it is. A lot of things changing. They think it's cool and everything. And go at people sideways. But that's just how I look at it. And so many. But Yeah, it's a lot of censorship around the world and things like that. And I'm just like, who cares, bro? Who cares? And that's just what it is. And I'm just like, in so many words, I feel like that's just the thing that people got to get used to. But yeah, the history. Yeah, that's right. Exactly, Mike. But yeah, I feel like at this point, I was thinking about all this week, and last Sunday, I felt like this is the point that you have to build your confidence. And I feel like one of the things I said you have to is you remain, just confidence in yourself. I think certain things when I do content, I just don't really get in a mode of not caring either. But it works. I did this like years ago. I left this ship probably 6 years ago and then came back. I'll say about 6 years and came back in 2021, but it's gonna be 7 years when I left YouTube, and that was like a 7 year old, like I'll say 6 years later, and then counting, and then you got the next year, and then 7 years ago when I left, because I actually left 6 years when I came back on the 6 year doing content on 2021. I was supposed to come around 5 years, but it was a 6 year drought. But that thing takes time, and I was trying to explain that to Kuda. It wasn't dead. A lot of said your channel's dead. No, it wasn't. I was still active. How can you have a dead channel and you're still active in the comment section? That's not dead. To say it's dead, you ain't supposed to be doing content. You ain't supposed to be on YouTube. Now that's a dead channel. That's a dead YouTube user. That's the person that's not active. You know what I'm saying? But if you're active online, I was active. I just wasn't doing content. There was a difference. I was active. I just wasn't popping off like that. I was doing real things offline. So I'm saying live streams what changed that. So I'm saying a lot of people just look at it wrong and don't understand the picture. And I'm not talking about this weird shit, what you talking about PUAism and all this other shit. I'm talking about real shit. You can have all the game in the world, but can you produce something outside of this shit? That's the thing. Because I was on that type of time years ago. All the stuff I was talking about, I was talking about that like 10 years ago. That's decades old. That span. And after that, I start doing my thing. But I got my views based off not doing content, and people catch up later. I just know how people think. People have the shortest attention spans right now. It's not just black people, it's anybody. You can tell in the chat right now. But the whole purpose of doing this is to get a foundation of what I'm doing. See, Thursday streams is hectic. Everybody's doing the same thing, but if you think about it and no one's got nothing to do Thursday, that's why I do it. See, I don't do Friday streams every day. I don't stream every day. I think that's stupid to stream every day. It's not worth it. If you ain't got nothing fulfilling, you're not getting those views like that. That's why I fall back. Some people like to get paid and entertain, and I respect that. I mean, that's y'all's thing. That ain't my thing. I ain't coming here for that. So I'm not gonna judge nobody. It's your business, your life. You do what you do. You can't make people listen to you. And that's one thing I've learned about doing this, and it's a long time coming. So it's not easy to do. You take that risk and you move forward. So in so many words, I felt like last night was a success. It was decent, but it wasn't one of my favorites. But I understand that you was talking with certain individuals um, that I'm not cool with on online and things like that. So I had to learn certain things. So learning these platforms, I was like, okay, I had to learn to coexist with certain people. It's kind of like in the workplace, and there's tension there. Sometimes avoid the panel. I just stay on mute and just don't respond at all. That's how I solve my shit. And sometimes I don't acknowledge them. And I had some points that they got off the panel. Yeah, I intimidate a lot of dudes. I still got that power. A lot of people think I don't have that power. Motherfucker, I got power. Someone jumping on me and try to act like they checked me on the panel. They ain't do shit. All he did is showed his hand. You just proved that you're a yes boy to another fucking figure. You about to be lobotomized soon, boy. But you know, a lot of you niggas is trash anyway. Y'all ain't got no content. Y'all irrelevant. Y'all pieces of shit. You don't have real content like I do. I'm going at niggas that had problems with us last year and this year. Y'all on deck this year. We don't fuck with y'all niggas like that. And that's just the truth. You're just pawns and minions to your gods. And they don't fucking respect you. I can't wait till that shit happens. Fuck what anybody else thinks. But see, the villain sphere, like I said, we got to come at people's heads, man. Like, you know, the Igmore clan want to challenge us. That's great. We appreciate the animosity and the disagreements and things. Like, just keep it above board. But the other guys that attacked me on the conservatism shit, we bodied them. That was it. I might do a part 3 instead of a part 2 because we had certain individuals who was cool in part 2, but it's no need. You know what I mean? It turned into a whole different conversation. I said, no, we're gonna keep that just a reference, but we can have, I will say, another version of that what we seen. But that's a whole nother thing. You know, part 3 will be a whole nother discussion. I don't know if I'm gonna do that as a Wednesday stream. We'll see. Kind of draining right now because my brain is kind of loose, kind of sleepy, but I'm gonna fight through this thing. I might get some tea later on. Wake my ass up. Wake my happy ass up. But you know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things, fellas. It's the real deal. We here. The villain sphere will always remain strong. And we have our competitors, man. Yeah. He said, what's the captain says? We'll see what he said. He said, we God killers over here. Yeah. Kill the God's kills, man. We punish motherfuckers that come through here, man. I mean, yeah, me and the captain, we just come in here fulls, guns blazing. So, in so many words, I'm not surprised what's about to happen and things like that nature, and you know, and that's what we're expounding on. So, in so many words, I'm just like, okay, we here, we're doing this shit, and we just keep it mindful right now. So, you know, I'm just gonna, okay, let me get set up in the chat. Oh shit, my fucking face is itching like a motherfucker. Damn. Paste that shit. Yeah. I don't really say nothing in the chat. When I start talking to y'all, and then you know, there you are. So yeah, we here. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, we still here today, so we ain't really. And I'm just out here like, yeah, we got to do this while we can, but you know, but yeah, I mean, we're gonna be good for, like, I would say this month and next month. This month is kind of like pick up from last month, but we're talking about a little bit of different things. But next month, I will go in on the Black History shit because I think it's kind of hectic. We got to go back to those discussions. I think Mike has something very telling in that, and I felt like he did something that's very interesting about the slave stuff with the conservatism thing, and I want to touch on the slavery piece. That's something I will do early on a Wednesday. I don't know. That's just a piece that I want to talk about. You know, that's just something I want to talk about Wednesday. So that's a whole nother discussion on that. But you know, and you know, All right, peace. Appreciate you, Walt Diddy. Appreciate you. Salute. Salute. Yeah. So, like I said, man, like I said, this is one of those things like, look, we here and we're gonna set that standard. And I think it's gonna continue and we're just gonna be here. But enough of our ranting and raving. I mean, I hear a lot of people getting frustrated by the CRT thing, and I think Saruna said it was a LGBT thing movement, and a lot of people don't like the CRT thing, the critical race theory. To me, I don't really give a shit about it. And SKC has some good points. I watched this shit too, the counter argument, and it got art new style triggered and things like that. And then I did a stream called Cover Time based off what I'm seeing from last year. People looking for cover because certain things going on in Jan 6, combination of what's going on YouTube, right leaning groups getting canceled and censorship. But it's not just the right, it's also the left and everybody else. Anything that's extreme, they'll cancel you or criticism. See, that's the problem. It's dying off. So that's why I brought in anarchism. See, anarchism has no person loyalty. That's just the nature of people. You'll see that type of anarchy, but it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different methods of handling it. So I was talking about that last night. I said, it's pretty cool. And then when I saw the world population list, it's that bad. It's that bad and people got work to do. So, like I said, man, when I hear these spaces talk about CRT and the Monahan report, it's just silly. You know what I mean? Because the young boys ain't doing much. They got to do all of what affects them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really worried about what's going on, but I've been looking at a lot of, I ain't gonna say beef sector stuff or black sectors. I'm saying the whole black YouTube as a whole. Like, there's a small fraction of the manosphere, and then you got the small fraction of those people. Then there's a big fraction that deals with the same shit, but it's on an insularity level. But it's the same talks. I've noticed some people talk about uh the flims and flamsy guys. They talk about the Asian doll shit connected to them. They talk about frivolous stuff about drama, and of course they expose themselves, like they use the term doxing, like hacking people's information. They do it for sport, like religiously. And I think people in this website don't take advantage of the discipline of people, but that's just what they're going to do. I can't say nothing. That's their platform. You do as you feel. You're just a guest, and then that's just it. You know, the sad part, people just don't want to deal with reality, what it is. So, me looking at that, that's like a red flag in the future. Because I know when Dre showed me that Utah guy and got his channel, and it's like he had like his eighth channel, that's just what it is. But what I saw today over at Supreme Elder, aka Mr. DJ Music, he had some good points with that pre-record. And I said, those women have always talked like that for years and years. But the good thing about it is what I learned from that little setup, they had some points. Even when I saw a replay of a stream that I saw today about a certain someone, and it's very telling. It's very telling because, you know, but the incel problem is a real disease. It's a real problem. So yeah. He said, "Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Greetings, greetings, salute." But yeah, man, it's just one of those things, man. The men got to do better. I know it's a problem. People don't want to touch on it. I touched on it last year, and we saw the results of cleaning it up. And then I just start seeing videos that were warning people acting crazy over violent, you know, stunts. That's why people don't like AF as much. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And he's one of the most prominent guys tracking sphere. But I learned a lot from people's actions. All these content creators I've known that's claimed that it's a lot of clean house. Our job is never done, of course. Of course, Captain is never done. That's just the context of what they want. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of the reasons that I don't really participate in things like that. So it's like, you know, and I'm thinking about it. I took a little pause for a minute. It's one of the things I've learned what these females said about these dudes. I've been saying that months ago last year, and I was saying that before I came back in these spaces, man. It's just ridiculous. We got to do better. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. He said, oh yeah, it's the same message. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I feel like they've been saying that stuff. I'm not surprised. It's the same individuals. You know, I saw this over at Big J's. Like they was talking about the Monahan report. What hurt him is he had a female co-host. Now, the female co-host he had was understandable. This is choosing. Not surprised as his co-host. I mean, she's gonna protect him to the hilt. But BGS should have known that he was gonna do that. That's that relationship they have with each other, that camaraderie, as a team, they would say. But I wouldn't allow that on the panel now. Because she gonna be contrarian. She can stay her butt in the chat. I'm not gonna argue with somebody that's gonna ruin the conversation. I'm not gonna get in disagreements with certain individuals. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna argue with nobody like that. No, I don't know you like that. You don't be on my panels like that. You hardly ever do content. So I understand she does content, but she don't do enough of it for me that, it's not my interest. I respect her and we respect each other, but I ain't gonna just throw her under the bus just a certain someone, but everybody's got their gripes with her. And what I look at her as, she's just like anybody else. I'm not gonna try to give her that recognition. You know how people is. They looking for a come up. And that's why I do people. People don't like that. Well, that's what I do. I don't give you that angst jab at me. You know what I mean? I can take the criticism. We just ain't gonna agree. I think when she came to my chat months ago last year, it was a good back and forth, some good discussions. I appreciate what she's saying. She's just like anybody else. He was looking for views and good top at it. You get that views with the Grandmaster. You do what you do. I don't have that yet because unless the conversation gets maintained and above board, he'll look for angles and shit. He said, I'm gonna read this. Right, never ending cleanup. We don't check our brothers who will. Exactly. And that's just it's the process. And I think Cerulean always said, yes, dereliction is a day-to-day fight, but it's also the insurgency and things like that. But like I said, I mean, these dudes, the therapy part, I think I mentioned in his chat in the pre-record, I said, yeah, they need therapy. I had therapy once upon a time when I lost my grandmother. I was at 15 at the time. I was into sports and everything, dabbling with that shit. That took me, it was a depression, and I think I didn't really get diagnosed until like I'll say 06 or something like that. But in 04, I was like going on 16. But a couple years later, I was diagnosed that in 06. I was like 18 at the time. I was going on to be a senior that next year because I was held back in first grade twice. But like I said, I got the help. I was I would say the first Black person in my state to do that at that time period, to get some help like that, professional help. It's okay to ask help. And I did it when I was younger and got off of that shit at 23 in 2011. Always hell, it was something else. Even though I had a girlfriend at the time from 08 and 09, even though I was on medication and things like that, it was hell, bro. It was something else. Back in those days was hell. I don't miss it. I don't want to dread it, but it is what it is, and I've learned my mistakes. But even then, I had some help and took some medication at the time. That's a little bit of story. Y'all know much about me on that. See, I don't usually share that, but I actually lived through that, so I understand what people saying. Oh, it's bad and things like that nature, and you look at people a certain way. That's sometimes you got to live through it. You got to understand what you're talking about. What's going on, Lady Love? Salute to you. Greetings. Appreciate you for stopping by. I feel like when you need therapy, you get it out. You get it out of your system. So the reason I do vlog streams is a combination of that, and it's a combination to get my mind off of things. And then I just start my day and then just hop off for like an hour, or if it's 40 or 50 minutes, I'm out of here. And yeah, It's just what it is. You get your mind clear and think about real things and real hobbies and things like that. Now, relationships is cool, but you got to be built for your mind. I mean, last time I had a relationship, that was decades ago. So I've really learned something about myself those years, especially in these newer spaces and the older spaces, especially the older space back then. I had to produce the work. So you didn't see that much of me then. Now you do on a live stream, and y'all can talk to me personally, and that's it. So basically, like I said, man, like it's one of those things that you look at why the insurgency is so bad. It's so bad to the point that you have to deal with a lot of things, right? And I feel like a lot of times you see people in a rut and they get in that rut and they just don't realize that it's one of the things that you know how you figured it out. But even though I was oppressed then, that was back then, and then I evolved and had to be inspiring. So I took that risk, man. I took what it needs to take to get the help. So I want brothers to do the same, and it's okay to get help, professional help if it's that chronic, and it helps people in the long run. So I'm not afraid of saying what's on my mind. It's been like that for a while, so I've been saying this for the longest. A lot of people are not built for these type of conversations. So I've seen a lot of shit, even growing up and then upbringing in the sports world. I was crushed, had those moments. I was depressed. It was a combination of things. And I grew out of shit and still fight through certain things and then to try to maintain myself. It's not easy, especially online. And I've learned I endure that shit even in the workplace. But 2020 came around. Oh, I was prepared. I knew about being introverted in the room and things like that, but I didn't have the mic at this time, and I was more of a self reflecting what would the future would be like. Big difference. It was a technocracy future, and I realized that's the real thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really mad at certain individuals. They choose the life they live, right? And that's how you build a foundation. So, in so many words, I'm not really uh panicking on the issues. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really upset with certain individuals. That's the thing about me. You gotta act like it, and that's just what it is, man. Yeah, that's just what it is. But yeah, what's going past the yeah, what's going past the $40? Salute, salute, man, salute. And yeah, it is what it is. I'll read what she said right here. She said, "Professional help is not bad. I had it when I was younger. Also, it saved my life. Of course, same here. Mine's was very simple. Like it wasn't that bad, but I dealt with it, man. Like I dealt with that for a while. I was on medication for 6 years and weaned myself off of it. It took time to get to rebalance what I need in life. I have a different perspective of looking at it now. I was young then, I was going through some shit too, trying to find an identity in my 20s, especially in my 30s. Well, actually, it's getting better now. I know what I am now. In my 20s, I was just like lost, drifted. So it took me a minute, but when I see these videos of people getting stressed out and suicide rates and younger than I am, that's sad. That's fucked up. Seeing a lot of shit like that too, and a lot of people they are quiet about on these issues. So when you talk about issues like that, and they have spaces like these spaces can be a cancer. They don't help these men. They just help regurgitate the same old bullshit and the attacks that they always done. So you get a lot of school shooters that are depressed and get picked on and bullied and things like that. That's normal. The internet spaces don't help. Sometimes I blame the individual that gets online. It's a you problem. It's a personal problem. The parenting problem. They won't do that because when you whip the kids or whatever, or try to save them, it just puts them in a rough spot. What's going on? Peace. And like I said, I'm not trying to save a lot of people from the inseldom. It's only a handful that really needs the help. A lot of them have to look at their own ways and things like that. I don't care about the bads and the blind spots. I'm just letting y'all know, like, that's something y'all gotta get fixed. And something I can't even do about it. What's going on, new? And like I said, man, I'm trying to build that foundation. So on this channel, it's just like, I have my own little sector along with the captain. We actually built it together. So we built that sector for what it is. Some people just look at it and they just like, hey, you gotta do you. And it's not that easy. What's going on, Mace? Salute. So in so many words, I feel like when I got from that depression, I learned a lot. A lot of people just had to do their things the easy way, the hard way. So yeah, it's one of those things that I have to build myself in the long run. So I had to learn to adapt in my 20s, and thank goodness I did, because I didn't do a long-term relationship. It was short-term, but I had some experience. I dealt with brief relationships when I was younger, but the longest I had was 6 months, and I kind of stopped. I lost interest in it at a young age. I was like 21 at the time. But see, I was on medication at the time. I was thinking about myself. I wasn't ready. So I held that back for years. I had a couple of chicks holler at me left and right. It wasn't nothing. So I lost faith in that shit years ago. But here's the thing: I ain't got no problem with women though. That's the thing. I mean, the option is there. So I'm not saying never is never, but sometimes I just let it be. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. We could be cordial and things. That's just how it's gonna be. But like I said, we got to see what's what. Um, the drama I see on YouTube, it's pretty much the same. Same old people, same old enemies. I saw some interesting streams. I saw a lot of replays, and I didn't catch a lot of live streams. I also focus on my stream today because Thursday's one of them days you can just build off what you're talking about, right? And you just maintain above board. I just want to be in my own self right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got a couple of people in here that I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I appreciate this. Because Thursday Thrills is usually we air differences out. We have discussions. We talk about random things, open topics about politics, a little bit about the systems, how they work. So basically, you have these things in motion. I mean, this is a redo from the last Thirsty Thrills because the other one got flagged from copyright because of the music and things like that. I was being rushed for that Thursday. I was pissed, and the reason I was pissed because I wanted that stream, but it fucked with me a little bit. And then since I got copyrighted, I said, "Man, fuck this shit." And I had to scrape it. And this the reason I'm doing the redo because I want to talk about something else real serious about certain things that I see a lot of trims promoting this nonsense, these other foreigners and things like that, the white boys that I don't fuck with. I had to cut some off last year, and I was like, there was windmilling and shit, and he got others in other sectors on that side was going on some racist shit, and I'm like, I'm not with that. Keep that bullshit to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I have enough problems dealing with it on offline versus online. See, online shit, get a life, bruh. Do some content or get lost. I'm not trying to protect nobody. I would think I'm not a fucking professional. Like, get that out of your fucking mind. I'm none of those things. I'm just another content creator doing decent, excellent content for myself. I'm just a messenger. That's it. And I just move on and keep it pushing. I got time for I ain't nobody savior, no God over here. We're villains over here, goddamn it, because I don't care about what other people think. The hell with them at this point, because this year I'm gonna be on fire with my shit. I ain't gonna do a lot of marathons. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't care. I'm not on that type of time. I'm not on this weirdo manosphere shit either. Keep that bullshit to yourself. That shit is dead. Like y'all gotta get off that weirdo shit, man. Like it's weird, you know. And me and Dre was talking about that off air last night, and it's just retarded, man. Like y'all need to have some hobbies or something. That's some weird ass shit I've seen, you know, bro. Like I've seen a lot of people taking their lives over this shit, and it's not cool, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not cool, bro. It's not cool, bro. You pin the message. It's not cool, bro. I don't give a fuck about that. What's going on, degenerate? Salute, salute. The Slayer himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with it. I'm done with the manosphere bullshit like that. I call it propaganda prophecy tropes. I'm done with that bullshit. That's not me. I'm sick of hearing that shit. We gotta save this. We gotta save that. We gotta fuck that. We're the villain sector, goddammit. The villain sphere don't save nobody. Hold your own shit. And that's it. I'm done. Like you gotta think for yourself, man. This is why I don't like yes men. You know, you have too many yes men in these spheres like this, and it gets crazy time and time and time again. A lot of times you got dudes get trapped with their idols. I saw that last year. I saw a combination of this year, and then I try to tell Art, man, like Ragnarok pulled your card. Um, it's no diss at Art. It's no diss at Art New Styles. No diss. It's just an observation. He pulled everybody's card. He actually pulled the Grandmaster's card, y'all's elder. He was wrong for what he said. I'm not co-signing what he said, but him reacting like that is not the first time. I've had my rodeos experience with two white boys trying to challenge my shit too. I had to bounce their ass off, and they was trying to hijack the shit. No, no, it's not a place for that. So now I'm the public enemy number one. I'm the bad guy for everybody, and that's what I want to be because I got to be that guy. Period. In these YouTube, I won't call it streets, but YouTube spaces, I will call them these echo chambers. I can't stand. So I can be in the chat room and converse with you in panels too, but I'm not a panelist anymore. Sometimes a panelist can be boring. You know, I'm just gonna read some of the comments. Hold on. Yeah, man. Drops the knife at the first, getting cutting. Yeah, get the cutting. There you go, Captain. Yeah, you said that last night. There you go. You said it off air when we was talking. Drops the knife in their feet, get the cutting. There you go. I'm gonna highlight these. Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna read some of the comments. So, like I said, man, he's a bit of upset, but I think I can. I think I can through with this. Can get through with this. Yeah, yeah, degenerate. Sometimes it can be upsetting, but I just don't listen to that type of content anymore. You know, I watch it from a distance from the clouds. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just being me. It is what it is. I mean, if you keep talking about relationship topics, it's like religion. It's dead weight and it's useless. I'll probably discuss that probably tomorrow's vlog stream, how useless topics can be, because some people ain't gonna get the gist of what I'm talking about. They could be useless topics. And I'm probably gonna call it that or something else. You know, that's a whole nother spiel on that. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of weirdos on YouTube. I'm studying from other sectors. They tell me, yeah, it's that bad. It's that bad because it's going to get to a point. Where do we stand at? You know what I mean? Where do we stand at? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Rowan. Greetings, greetings, bro. Greetings. But I'm just saying, yeah, it is what it is. We just got to look at it from that intricate. And I think Dre said this very valuable last night. And even though he's in Japan, it was like in the morning, whatever. And it is what it is, man. Like you can't expect people to side with you long term. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is not something for me to say, or anybody that's on that tip. I'm just saying, like, I'm not really mad at anybody. I'm just tired of the bullshit conversations that we need to do this and that. We need to save everybody. We ain't saving shit. And the younger generation proved this when I did the anarchist stream. These motherfuckers don't want to be saved. They let you know they don't give a fuck. The more they don't give a fuck, they just gonna continue to do the fuck shit regardless. You gotta understand something. Most people are losing their shit out here with this 19 virus or pandemic or whatever. They're pissed. Jobs are lost and gone, right? So you got people doing a lot of small time podcast streams, talk about various topics and things like that. That can be frustrating for a lot of people. Their future is bleak. It's very bleak, very bleak. And it can get to a point the rage comes out. And this is where depression sinks in. This is where some people have chronic depression and eventually they got to go to a therapist or a real therapist. Though I said therapists don't help. I disagree. Some therapists can't help and understand where you come from. It depends on where you at. And sometimes the medication don't help, but the actual therapy, and if you solve and be a problem solver for yourself and realize you fucked up a little bit and some ends the society fucked up with you, then you have to look at yourself and get you some proper meditation. I did that for years. I'm in a better place now than I am before, but the other stuff I got to work on myself mentally, get through other things too. But all the other stuff can wait. Also saying comment, okay. A sibling of mine has the damn see, oh, the virus. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. He said, yeah, you can only show when someone the door. Facts. I agree with that. Who else? Who else? Yeah, it did. It exposed human nature, and I agree with that. Let me highlight that. He said, let me read it. It depends on the individuals and the situation. Exactly. I agree with that. Yeah, in the situation, like I was saying, man, their situation was that bad, but everybody's situation is different. But when you have that chronic depression, man, I already know what that's like. It's hell, man. I evolved from that shit for years to come, man. It was very painful. It's not easy to recover. You got to do what you got to do, and you can't cry about the shit. Keep it pushing. It's no excuses. In so many words, you got to build that confidence up. So, in so many words, you just got to look at what they are, and I treat people what they are long term. That's just what it is. But yeah, man, I've been on here for a while, and I understand that long term, it's just what it is. Is what it is. It is what it is. And you gotta understand that. And some people just on that type of time, man. And you gotta look at it because so many words. I think people just have their own problems and their issues. But you see all these outbursts from these men. I've noticed from different channels, and then AF is reporting on it. It's getting sad, man. It's getting that bad out here. And that's really what's sad and what's going on. So I know what's going on with these men mentally, and you see it all the time out here in Georgia. So when the things get bad and everything start disappearing, there was no food shortages down here. No, it's just always other options where to get their foods from. See, corporations trick you with the food shortages, and they control the food markets and the military industrial complex, prison complex, and things like that. That's just a whole nother spiel on that. I can get into that all day. You know, you know what I will do. Let me tell you something. Next Wednesday, I will do a part two on totalitarianism. I will use the map again, and we'll go in on that because we talked about it before, part one. And I think I might play a clip that may be an early Wednesday stream. I'm not gonna promise y'all everything. That's gonna be an early Wednesday stream. I won't promise y'all everything, right? I'll play that clip and talk to y'all, right? And that's gonna be an interesting stream I will come up with. I just bear with me, and I might come up with something. You know what I'm saying? But don't be surprised. I'll give you something. I'll give you something. So for me, looking at that now, this coming Sunday is gonna be awesome. So yeah, man. Like I don't see what it. You know, he said depends. Degenerate sorry to hear. Oh, okay, he's talking. Okay. He said, yeah, he said, thanks, Mike. Yeah, he's just talking to him. Okay, like I said, these dudes are panicking about the same old shit I've heard in a while. And you just look at it for what it is. And you know, some people say they're trying to co-op and all that. No, you know, just people just looking for content. I'm not dissing nobody or anybody that matter. I'm just saying like it is. And some people is looking for drama, things like that. And I'm not mad at everybody. That's just what it is. But what you see is what you get. Over here, it's like I'm focusing on doing real stuff. And I talk about a lot of things too. I talk about a little bit of philosophy and politics and history and things like that, pictures, current events. I talk about what goes on in the world, the money aspect. I don't go in depth on the money aspect because I think money is it's subjective how you look at it. Some people have it one way. I look at it subjectively. It's a little different for everybody. Depends on what state you're in, because everybody's money is not the same. I mean, it's the same in region, but it's not the same for everywhere. It's a little different. It's how you move. It's how where you at and how you function in society and things like that. I'm not gonna argue with people about it because there's a lot of various topics on it. Don't waste my energy on economics like that because economics can be very. Who cares? And then it gets saved by the military industrial complex that has real money that y'all won't challenge. And that's just the truth. Um, Last year was a not a learning curve, it was a comeback year. Last year was a comeback year for me. Enjoyed the shit out of it, and I'm impressed. This year is conquest season. This year is guillotine season and destruction. So let the pettiness begin. Let the spectating begin, and let the ills of darkness begin. Because the villains fear all hail Gray Skull begin. All right, peace, Art. Salute. But yeah, like I said, man, I think BMT asked me that question about the cover time. He said, why do they hang with those white boys? I'll tell you why. Validation. They wanna hang in for validation. Validation is key. Validation is kind of like they want to settle in and say, "Hey, we got our heroes." In the Ron Paul spirit, a lot of people dip when the views dropped when I said that in that stream. If y'all paid attention to that replay when I said that, and the reason I said that and I answered this question, the reason I call it the Ron Paul effect, that's what it sounds like to me. He sounds better than the black guy. That's what they be saying, right? And I was watching this shit when it's going in on the Igmore crew and the clan. Well, that's a no-no. And they show their hand. It's just what it is. But it's not just, let me tell you something. It's not just them. What we did to them in Thursday Thrills #5. No, this has been going on for years. You always had guys like this offline if you met them in person. And the fucked up thing about it is they're going to stand on their bullshit. Sometimes you got to see it. It's not just a small space in these spheres. It's outside of the shit is a problem. Even in conversations, you can't conversate with these damn people. That's how bad it is. That's how fucked up it is to try to save everybody. I had to change that mindset real quick, especially when I came back in these damn spheres back in 2019 on the replays and then actual live streams, and y'all stuck on the same old shit. But I understand it, you know, hey, it's cool, but you know, but sometimes you gotta vary your topics. I mean, come on, bro. Talk about some real shit in economics and small things in military and talk about the actual problems. See, my channel, I will say we do talk about solutions and we can be solution based on a small level, not on the big level, because the big level is a process. And once the big level comes and you do it right on the small level, everything grows. It's like an intricate. We show a little bit of receipts right there. So yeah, man, I don't see why people should give up on their little dream. Like I said, I keep this 1,000 with you. A lot of times those people don't care. They just want to be and looking for cover and doing damage. Yeah, they did all those jokes to BMT. I was there and it's wild, man. But sometimes you gotta be careful who you have on your panels. Sometimes you gotta be careful of people doing reckless content on your shit and try to dictate who to come and come on. You know, some people do, and you know, we're all guilty of it. I mean, I kind of am, but it's understandable. But sometimes, in a way, and I slept on this too. I said, in a way, I'm scratching my face, scratching my head. Yeah, you got to. I think you should, and I think everybody should. It's not one of those things, and you know, at least I ain't got no damn bots in here, but that's a good thing. It's a good sign. But like I said, man, this is one of those conversations you got to have. You build your confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are not going to go all the way with you. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things like, you know, I've seen a lot of content. People are divided on certain issues. But speaking of people talking about um those group of women, I don't give a fuck that they do divest. I don't give a fuck about that shit, to be honest with you. I really laugh at the whole shit. They a bunch of loser ass women. That's all they are. But here's the thing. I'm not just saying that to be blunt. Yeah, they losers, but I'll say this. You got them, but you also got loser males too. And the sad part is it's done by design. A lot of times when you see these religious relationship topics, it's one sided and it's biased. It's like religion. It's like a never ending bullshit conversation. I kill that conversation probably multiple times. Now I have them offline. Online, it's a waste. I don't like that as content. To be honest, it's a waste of time. A lot of people are gonna be biased in their corners. You can put all the bullshit statistics and links. No one gives a fuck about that shit. What's that going to conduce us as individuals, especially men, and then the group thing can come. They don't give a fuck. I ain't got no issues with it. They want leadership, what they really want, but sometimes the said they don't know what they want. That's just them talking shit until the shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe what other people say. They're full of shit end of the day when the pressure gets hot. They're not built for this shit, man. Like I was talking about that shit years ago, and it's a waste now. You should be most people should be focused on tangible things. Tangible things matter. That's what matters. And now you know tangibility matters in the long run because you don't have many people talking to you like this. It matters in every intricate in your life. So yes, I'm very tangible when it comes to things that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? I see things from an intricate level. It's not perfect or anything. I make a mistake and I did a slip up on a lot of stuff. And even yours truly messes up, and that's part of it. And you learn and you rebound from your mistakes. But you know, you learn and you take it. That shows you good small time leadership. So people ain't gonna like what I gotta say, and that's cool. Uh when you're the bad guy, you deal with it. Hell, I dealt with this shit on this channel for like I'll say 10 years. It's about to be 10 years in April. And I'm still standing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still moving and still pushing. But you got a lot of haters. That's just part of the game. You deal with it, you move forward. Like I give a fuck. But the athletes are the same. Do the same old shit. I'm just not in the mood just to be talking shit recklessly like that. You know, that's a whole nother. You know, I know people love talking about that drama stuff. That's what sells. Speaking of it, they love their own fuckery. But when you have a Thursday Thrills like this, I mean, I have so many joints. Oh, it lasted for hours. We had a small time fuckery on it. I'm just gonna list the shit that we talked about. Let me see if I got it in my playlist. Yeah, the first one was like 8 hours. That was historic. Then we did 3 hours. Did 4 hours on that one. That's the third one. And the fourth one was like 8 hours. It's a lot, you know. That's when Kuda was on here. Heavy hitter style. 10 hours, almost 11 hours. That number 5 was crazy. A lobotomized dude like that. I was using a different mic then. 6 hours. Thursday Thrills number 6 was decent. That was a good one. We did number 7. That was 9, and then the last one, the Veterans Day, that was like 3 hours. And then we did number 8. That was like Inconsistency of Culture Edition. I did that. That was a good piece. 6 hours. And that's number 10. Yeah, Thursday Thrills number 10 was wild. That was a wild ass shit. Thursday Thrills number 11. That was another 8 hours. See, we went over. 9 hours we went over. That's number 12. 13 was the Leadership Edition. That was a good one. Now we're doing the redo. So the redo is basically sums up what's going on modern day black spaces and offline and so called communities that we talk about. And that's just the redo. But the next one is going to be something totally different. What to expect in 2022 in the near, not just 2022, but in the future of 2024. We can talk about that, whatever. You know, to sum it up big time. So, like I said, man, yeah, one of the things I can say in so many words, it's been a rocky start for certain people. A lot of divisions, a lot of demands and splits. And as you could tell, it builds progress. You know, I think people understand that when you have that type of content, you got to deal with that long term. You know that, right? Like most people got to deal with that long term. And those decisions are made, but made in reality. And that's just what it is. And some people just got to look at it from what it is. So, yeah, man, I'm just looking at it from an integral level. And that's how I look at it. But yeah, I told certain people like, you know, even off air, we do real shit. Oh man, I ain't talking to my friends there. Oh wow. They busy with their little shit. And that's just how it is. But you know, y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check on something in the background. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. Woo. Something else. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, it's just what it is. So tonight is one of those nights I'll be like, this is gonna be very interesting because I don't know who wants to talk about what, and I'm just like, look here. I was saying so many words in that stream, and I felt like, the cover time. I said, man, I ain't nobody's cover man and things like that. I was talking about various things, what's going on, a little drama, little disagreements and splits. But as villains, man, we spectate. I mean, we can keep this up and be consistent. I mean, it's to the point, you know. But in the sports world, I mean, I've heard LeBron's trying to break records and he's been in the headlines lately. I mean, I ain't watched, television that much. Let's go on in the news for a minute. I know people just tripping right now. But I'm just looking at it for what it is. You know? And I'm not really into it like that. So certain people's gonna be crazy. Yeah, man. It's one of those things. Yeah. I was looking at something from the Lapeef network and I thought it was very interesting what they was talking about. They had to dumb down their content. They had to dumb down their content. Thought they were a very interesting network. They do different things. I'll be peeping their stuff and I'm like, that's what they be talking about. Talking about, on the mile side, is that where they're going? And that's just what they want. And that's in so many words. I don't know what to explain to y'all. That's the future of it. So basically you just have these things and you just encounter it. But yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. You can be like, hey, you here? So I know everybody's in the fuckery right now. Yeah, January is a rough month. I was like, damn, this is that bad? Wee. It's that bad. Yeah, it's a rough month. It's a rough month. It's a rough month in here. And I think January is one of those months you be like, whoo, people scrambling for content because they still have that hangover. And people try to say it is. It's just crazy at this part. Let me see. Who just came in here? Beef and Brock. Hey, what's going on, man? Salute. Yeah, man. It's just one of those things, man. I'm not really tripping off what's going on because people gonna come in and out. So I know, yes, it's been an hour and 29 minutes and 50 seconds. and it's not new. It's a rusty start, but you know how it is because I just came back on the ninth, right? I just came out in the ninth of this week, so I'm back in full swing doing content again. I'm not stopping. Um, I got to see what's going on, you know, and a little information. Oh, it's an agency. Yeah, I'll talk about that another time. She said on the 20th. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see on the calendar. Let's look at the calendar. Oh shit. The 20th is on a Thursday. Oh shit. We won't deal with that. Probably deal with that this weekend. But okay. Yeah, I don't even care about January. February is just something else. So Valentine's Day is on a Monday next month. Wow, interesting. President's Day is on the 21st. March is around the corner. So St. Patrick's Day is on a Thursday. Hmm. St. Patrick's Day. Interesting. So daylight savings time begins on the 13th of March. Fucking interesting. So it's going to begin on the 13th of March earlier this year in March. Wow. In March on the 13th. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. That's some crazy shit. See, I'm not worried. It's just you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do the content. Move on. Move on. You know what I'm saying? But it's what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do and just stay able to move forward. So yeah, like I said, man, it's nothing going on YouTube. I mean, I'm just browsing. It is what it is. And I'm just like, hey, what's out here? He said, I'm gonna read what it says on Google. Okay, Larry Bird made 24 million during his NBA career, but claimed he was perfectly content having some coke some. Oh Lord, here we go again with the bullshit. Russia could use failed talks with U.S. and NATO as a pretext for invading Ukraine. Experts and officials warn. 5 new Chrome OS features should find right now. It is what it is. Your content's your content. I think when certain individuals, I think, was it last Fridays ago? Oh, I think Rogan was saying, why you dudes stop? Where were the bad guys? Our challenge is based off the truth. My shit is paramount. Unlike most people, we help build subscribers because he's in a certain sector, but my shit's paramount. It's hated for a specific reason. You ain't gonna see no drove until time. You just gotta wait till February, man. We're gonna see some things. It's not easy. It's not easy. Mm. I should have rested before I did the stream, but I was doing too much today. I was watching a lot of videos because it's gonna be one of those Thursdays. I may go. How many hours I may go? Yeah, I may go longer this time because last night it was like 2 hours. Yeah, I won't see because if no one comes through, that's fine. Well, I'll discuss y'all in the chat. I'm just saying I'm doing things a little different this year because I got to see what's what. And yeah, I've done this before. It's not that familiar base what you have. But I say, when we talk about things on the intricate level, people ain't gonna grasp it. They're too busy stuck in the echo chambers and don't correct their research and things like that, which I do. I do a lot of times, and that's just what it is. And that's just how I look at it. You know, um, I didn't think I was gonna come back and do this, content wise, but this is my first time doing streams and shit. I mean, this is pretty cool. And last year was kind of like a rebuild year, self reflecting year of doing content. Or made somebody in the chat. This year's kind of like you need them and then you don't need them. You're on that type of time, that villainy type time, and we be on that type of time together. So a lot of pettiness, a lot of exposure. It is what it is. Like I'm not even stressed out over it. Certain individuals ain't gonna like each other. I know my audience, and it's diverse. I try to get over here the life. Oh shit! I just treat it what it is. But a lot of these damn trims, boy, wee, they're fucking annoying. I'm just like, I'm gonna continue on and things like that. But yeah, and that's how I look at it. You know, one thing I can say about me, I come a long way doing this type of stuff. So, but you gotta forgive me. Like a lot of times, I'm just patient, and that's just what it is. So when you're dealing with people with all walks of life, you get this type of pressure and things like that. So, let me see something real quick. And oh dang, time is off. Yeah, yeah. Okay, hold on. But like I said, there's a lot of things. But go in on this. So it's not much out there to do. But like I said, I'm focused on the election of this year and the governor race. It's heating up. I think it's gonna be her governor's seat, things like that nature. So, you know, I'm just here, instead of talking about other shit. And that's important to me right now because I look at it from an integral level, and I'm seeing people talking about the same old shit from last year. I'm trying to move forward, but people still talking about that Jan 6 shit. I don't even care. We need to move on for that shit. That ain't part of the discussion that we need. I'm so scatterbrained. I mean, shit, ain't done one of these things in a minute. I don't usually do day streams. I usually don't do it. I just keep pushing and then just keep moving. It's where people get drunk and they just don't stay content. So, in so many words, I'm like, yeah, this is not easy. But you take your time and you just build it. Because when I started out, I struggled a little bit until time comes on. Some people just give up real quick. So you can't just stop and keep going. So, oh damn, it's only an hour. Ooh wee. Yeah. It's about 9:51. Yeah. Let me go for an extra hour. Hold on. I said I was gonna go extra hour. Yeah, I'm gonna go extra hour. But yeah, it's one of those things, man. You gotta see it for what it is. And I was saying to myself, I was like, whoa, this is wild, you know. And you got dudes just act crazy on me like 2 years ago, and I'll never forget I was on a certain individual's panel. He acted like I was being wild and amazed. But that's the whole point. So I'm not really tripping on anybody, but this individual basically was trying to come at me sideways on another individual's panel I was cool with once upon a time. And I came at him. We was talking about the same old stupid topics 2 years ago. I keep hearing. It's like I'm regurgitating the same old shit. It was in the pandemic. And that's how your purple pill God blew up. And that's how he blew up. And the reason he blew up, that's just based off what he was doing. Oh, excuse me. He blew up like that. I would say it's the pandemic. It's the pandemic. No, he blew up based off that. He saw a way out. He took advantage and fuck up the algorithm for everybody. Yeah, he stuck that lane all right. So he got that damn million. How people try to say he's famous. He's famous. No, he's not. He's YouTube famous, but he ain't famous. That's what it is. And that's just what I see, man. They worship dude. It gets annoying, but that last year, man, oh, I enjoyed that shit. Not the first half of the beginning of the year, but the middle and the last part. Yeah, it was awesome. That's what happened. 2021 was not a wash. It was like you did things. People didn't travel overseas. They traveled a little bit. And that was it. But 2 years prior, oh, it was that bad, bro. This year will be interesting. I don't see what it's gonna be like for us, this core group of guys. And I'm just like, we gotta stop talking about these celebrities, man. So I'm not really mad at what's going on. Like, uh, I saw various things today, but that store, man, it was glad to be back in the store. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Hmm. Like I said, man, like one of those things. uh, I look at this year, man. There's gonna be tons of splits. You know, when you be on this thing for like decades, and you see black spaces emerge and change, and they come and go. People come and go. Like I said, content is still king end of the day. But shouts out to Gully TV for saying it. If you keep doing that, ain't got nothing else, you ain't got no content. You ain't got no content. What's the elements of conversing with people? One of the prime examples of what not to do in a situation. Uh, and you don't let nobody gaslight you on panels and get y'all triggered like that. Uh, that's the reason. Hmm. I don't see how people do it, man. But yeah, man, I was just glancing off. But I'm back to my old self. When I used to do these streams, man, the longer live streams is crazy. I don't know if I can do that anymore because I was just jam packed. I paused for a minute. Y'all forgive me, but appreciate the ones that's still listening. But like I said, man, people bounce around different spheres and things like that. I've noticed. I saw some of my supporters over there on certain people's channels, and that's just what it is, you know. And I'm just looking at it like, mm, mm, mm. And I'm not really mad at this point. And I'm kind of like, yeah, man, them streams was crazy, but falling out with a female, man, that's crazy on YouTube. So, But you got certain individuals want to be on top. But I'm glad I chose the villain route. I think Doug said this yesterday. I said, well, I tried to tell Dig, I ain't nobody's handler. And that's just how it is. And you just look at it and you be like, man, these people ain't changing nothing no time soon. Yeah, it's just usually the way it is. But but I look back at it now, I'm like, mm, mm, mm. I just glanced off for a minute. I was thinking all the times the discussions we had, we talked about the politics, sports, and anything, how my channel evolved and what it was. It's a decent channel, but that crew, oh, it's fragmented. I mean, there's some unity, but it's fragmented when you got someone go against them and the elder like that. Uh, in a discussion, y'all, excuse me, I get that gas out of my system in my head. That's just wild. Y'all believe that shit? Y'all eat it up. And that's just what it is. Hmm. Yeah, so many words. But yeah. Whew. Oh, Thursday night is something else, boy. It's an interesting night. Interesting night. Interesting night. And I felt like, woo, what I saw today, and I ain't gonna mention these people's name. I ain't trying to give them some notoriety, and they know who I'm talking about. Shouts out to them though for the info, man. Like, it's gonna be some battles next month. Very interesting. A lot of replay streams I done seen, and I'm caught up. See what's going on and where certain visuals at and why they ain't coming through. And I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? And I think what did Auntie say about the purge? He said he was trying to make it seasonal, but okay, my advice to him would be I said this in a live stream at the cover stream. I said, if I was you, do a playlist on those last three and make that thing like a series like I do and schedule a stream like I do Thursday thrills and things like that, and people will watch shit. It'd be heavy. And it's heavy like that. So, in so many words, I feel like it will work for him. You know, I think I said that to him, and I told him, "Yeah, just keep doing your thing." It don't help the conflicts. You kind of put yourself into it, you know, like the all that stuff. And that's just how it is, man. Like I've yet to see any difference in people's, content lately. But that's a whole nother spiel. But I'm not gonna go in like, oh, he's not making content because he doing this, you doing fuckery, and they ain't doing this much. But yeah, yeah, this year's been fun. But last year was like I was just popping through. But this channel, it's January's been a rough month for certain individuals. But but on here, it's kind of been exciting. But we'll see. We'll see. I ain't worried about it. Hmm. And I know people say, "Oh, the struggle love is real." I'm like, man, here we go. Ain't nobody studying that shit. Ain't nobody studying that shit long term. And I'm just like, look at here. It's gonna continue, but that GMT shit with the grandchild, I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was fucking hilarious. And I saw the replay and the clipping part. Oh, that was hilarious. And that's just what it is. But I had no issues with no one until it's a handful of guys last year, fallouts and things like that. But this boy, so in so many words, I'm like, yeah, Thursday Thrills has been a mild success. What I've had, and now I look back on the streams I did, I was like, man, this is a lot of players. I don't see how further I'll take it until March. Not the early part of March, but you'll see snippets of what's going on. So I'm not saying anybody I'm gonna check them and do all this stuff. No, 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 no. I'm just gonna be mindful of what y'all doing. Things can get lost. Hmm. Talking about the youth. Hell, the youth wants anarchy. They want change. Just a tad bit, but yeah, it's been a lot of hectic drama, and I look at it like this. Everybody's doing their thing and they getting their little shots in before, February and things like that. February's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be clowning that whole month. I ain't gonna stir up with nobody. I'm just gonna do it content related. Just ridiculous. I'll have to write some names down and just start cooking. It's wild, bro. Hmm. People come in the right place at the right time, don't they? Because I was pondering on something how people move. Very interesting for years ago. Very interesting. And it's just what it is, man. And that was on my mind. Hmm. And that's just the way it is. But you know, I was thinking about something. In so many words, I feel like I was thinking about something too. I was pondering, my brain was being loose for a minute. I always get these thoughts in my head. And I was thinking about last night off here, we was talking about the same old stuff, and when people get regurgitating things like that nature. And that's just the nature of the beast. Some people like frivolous stuff. Some people like long term fuckery. But I've noticed when they get stuck on something, they get programmed to watch. And I noticed that, and I think that in the vlog stream I did, a lot of people got tight, and I think that's a good thing because that lets me know where people stand, where they at all times. I'm not hating on nobody, not on nobody's chance. I appreciate everybody supporting me and everything else. But yeah, man, if y'all peep, you understand that I answer questions like that all the time. So yeah. So you know, see what we got here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, it's a whole another thing coming. But you got to. Well, like I said, this is gonna be something like standard for us. So we'll see what comes and brings it us. I had a little almost dozed off for a minute. I said, damn, I was thinking for me deep thought, and I was thinking about all the times when we was together on these panels and things like that, and then doing our thing. So these months can be hectic. I mean, winter will be it's longer until probably till early March. Yeah, that's gonna doze off. Be here real quick. Cause I just feel like, man, this is kind of like the whole new thing. So yeah, and I think that's just standard. But people looking at those group of women are dead. Yeah, they gonna say what they gonna say. I mean, I saw that today. I was like, I ain't even worried. They just proving our points time and time again. You just gotta do better. You just gotta do better long term. So it's like people know what it is, and they gotta get with it. So it's like, oh man, crickets about not telling the truth and things like that. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's see what's going on. Okay, okay, okay. He said, "Oh yeah, salute, long live the villager." What's going on third? What's going on? Who else came through? Your greetings, raw. Oh hell, great skull. What's going on, Cerulean? What's going on, man? Great regime. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even just getting started. Like, I feel like, you know what? I was thinking like, why is these dudes still stuck it on the same old thing? And you know what? The Supreme Elder DJ Music himself, right? Mr. DJ Music self about I'll say about the problem with you staying on panels for long. I'm gonna address that. It's the same thing with the white boys. It's the same thing. Allowing them on your shit or be on theirs or whatever. It goes with both sides. I find it interesting that dudes like to compete with that for hours. I've never done that. Not on this shit, especially them. If it's a woman show, the only ones I've dealt with, I think, was Melody and a few others. That's it. Outside of that, I kind of let that shit alone. She's the only one that's decent, but outside of that, everybody else is just wild and reckless. Mm, 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 mm. And I'm just like, wow. Wow, bro. But like 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 I see a whole nother thing on these guys, man. When it gets down to the nitty gritty and solution, they just like, I ain't dealing with it. But yeah, but the younger generation, man, they want that anarchy so bad it's not even funny long term. Brains loose. Oh man. But I just feel like I was looking at that all day and I was like, you know what? People still have not changed ever since a lot of information has come out. But and I'm just like looking at it like, man, they have not changed a bit. So, when I look at it now, I'm just like, hey, nothing seems to amaze me now. You know, and I'm just looking at it like, hey, man, you here? Yeah, it got real. Yeah, yeah. It's just one of them things, man. Some people just want to be entertained and things like that. But I'm not stopping. I think when I look at this right now, I'm like, people still distracted, not talking about real issues and things like that. So it's just like, and I found something interesting about SWP. He had an interesting video. He was talking about G being all one, being scattered brain. Um, Interesting pre-record. I saw that today when I went to the store, and I was like, interesting pre-record. And she says she's doing the same old rhetoric, but Cynthia G is using the same talking points that you guys been spewing for years. And everybody knows that if you knew her content, I don't even watch her like that religiously, but it's understandable. And that's just what it is. Some people just get tired of the same old stuff. So when you got Flims and Flams, they trying to promote that interview and things like that. I'm like, all right, cool. We see it. And I'm just out here like that. But yeah, yeah, it's one of those nights, and I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be for real. And I'm like, y- you know what's so funny? And I'm glad this week happened, and I'm glad I just came back. I was like, look, these niggas ain't still, they still stuck. They're still stuck where they are, and they still haven't learned from last year. We just got to beat these niggas down. I can't wait till next month. If Gino does his thing, we're gonna utilize some content out here. I got plans for next month. I don't know what it is when we talk about the pro black stuff in the Black History Month. We're gonna say who coined that. That's gonna piss a lot of pro blacks off. We'll see. I want those discussions. We're gonna see where they stand at in so many words. And that's just how they get down. So, you look at it for what it is, but yeah, yeah. What's they word? They said, oh, we're gonna drag you. Man, these hoes is crazy online. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like this. Much as I respect certain content creators, I was like, man, they really taking this shit to the next level. But that's just how they get down. But a lot of them just don't do content like I do. That takes a minute. It takes a while. You know what I mean? Man, that chat's going crazy. Chat's going crazy. Shit. I'm just seeing it for what it is. And I'm like, since we're hour in, you know what? I might keep this avatar for a minute until we have the conversation. Then I'll switch it on the tail end. Yeah, that's some wild shit. But like I said, we ain't going nowhere. People say I wasn't gonna make it on this journey. They sadly mistaken. They sadly mistaken. They sadly mistaken. And look at them now, squandering. Look for content. They ain't doing 11 hours, 14-hour streams on Zoom. Y'all know those individuals used to do that marathon streams. It's just ridiculous. And they get so redundant. These French groups is wild, bro. I be zoned out thinking, why are these group of young men protesting out here? I know why. They want change. I think Art was arguing about that. Was it last month? About helping the millennials and things. I said, these dudes are anarchists. They want real change. I see it in their eyes every day. Last night, I had Dick Doug ask me about the nephew. I said, that's going to continue. That's paramount until they convert to the black and get with the real. Yeah, that's a whole nother spiel. You know, we ain't got no lobotomizing team for that. That's something y'all got to handle. You know what I mean? But you got to be that person to implement what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You see, you take care what happens in your household. Hmm. But you know, I look at it now. I'm like, these people that got too much time on their hands. But you know, I was thinking about what he said about what they look at us. I said, I don't think they care about the older generation. I think they care about the future. If we was promoting that in this time period, it is what it is. You know, you can't save a society full of dumb niggas that don't want to be saved. And this stuff is wild, bro. You know, because I'm a little drained, but I'm still keep pushing. But you know that's what type of person I am. But man, I don't know how many times we beat up the Airborne crew for discussions. They want to feel needed. That George Floyd incident got everybody touched. Hmm. I'm just like, man, this is wild, man. Woo! It's just one of those nights. Yeah. See who's up in here. There's his night. Mm. Mm-mm. See who's up in there. Nah, I don't do coffee. I wish. Last time I did that, I was like years ago. My brain is scatterbrained right now. I'm still thinking about a lot of shit's going on. Glad I took that reflex. Clear my guts out. But I'm good, bro. I don't know if I got some tea or something. Man, it's crazy. Villains, villains, villains. I know. He's falling apart, yo. He's falling apart just like all these Negroes, man. Yeah, the height of it, the insurgency is bad. Because Tommy's about to do a debate with this a village arsonist. I don't know what the hell they're going to debate about. I'm so curious what they're going to debate about, or what they say, a moderated discussion. I want to see. Yeah, yeah, I'm here myself because I was like dozing off a little bit, but yeah, it's been a long day for me. But yeah, I, I'm just like, people ain't going to change, man. So, in so many, in turn, everybody wants content around this year because they try to amp up their channels. Because I think after the clean sweep and the data and the 5G, it's coming. They're trying to reset what they need to get off and what they've heard and all these other things. So yeah. And I'm not even worried about it. Let me take this off the yeah. Let me take it off the thing. Some life up in this bitch. Hmm. So I need coffee. Shit. Last time I drunk that shit, I was like, I'll say, well, I used to work. That was back. That was years back. Yeah. Oh, should have brewed some tea. I didn't know. Aye. There we go. Aye. Captain said it. Aye. Great skull. You know, yep. And it's just one of those things, but I see it a lot. Yeah. And I'm just like looking at here, just acting crazy. Austin 1046. Oh dang, that late? Woo! Spit up that fast, didn't it? You know, oh, it's been 2 hours. Oh shit, no wonder. No wonder. Done it again. Done it again. So, well, kind of dozed off a little bit, but I was, just get my mind right. Just get a feel because it's been a while since I did a one man show for like 2 to 3 hours. I'm just like, let's see. Let's see. What did Mal Man said? I peeped in his live stream, right? I forgot to tell y'all. I was sky watching this shit, right? He was mad that someone sent him an email and all the trolling and shit. Him and GMT was going at it with Granch, whatever, right? He said something interesting about the white people follow the black man, right? Oh, they've been doing that, positive, negative. And I think me and Dre said this last year on streams months ago of last year. He said, whatever we do, they do. As a counter reaction, kind of like with the women and things like that. And I felt like that's a given. That's always a given. I don't care who you are. That's a given. That's a given. You know what I'm saying? That is a fucking given. It's one of those things that you see that's enamored and you just keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's not something I expect. I expect that all the time. And that's just what it is. In so many words, you just gotta look at yourself and say, I'm not surprised with the whole thing. And I'm just like, hey, man. Oh me. Oh me. Oh me. Oh me. I'm just gonna look at it like that. Got something to hear. Ooh, got my second win. Woo wee. He said something like very interesting. I don't even mess with him like that. I was like, why is he talking like that? Dude, they've been on that. It's just us dealing with that long term. We know what they're gonna deal with. We over here talking about the same old bullshit and not being solution oriented. And you're talking about this shit? Nigga, you're the last person trying to unify shit. Well, that's a whole nother story. I ain't dealing with Mal Menerman himself. You know, the hangry one. He got away from us villains being influenced. You know, still don't give us credit. But that's okay. That's okay because that's what you individuals do in the sphere. Villain sector, villain sphere, we still here and do damage like we always done. We ain't stopping. We just gonna keep continue to do the message as usual. So, you know, if you notice I haven't done my usuals, telling to come up and doing things like that. I said, no, it's pen. Do what you gotta do. So yeah. Let's see what the general's talking about. He said, Captain and Vice Captain and Vice Captain. Okay. Yeah, then the general done said his piece, the Slayer himself. People do a lot of streams. That's just what it is. But yeah, you know, should have slept before I did this. I was like, damn, but you know, it's one of those streams like that. But this is like a redo because I'm trying to, you know, get my little shit off on this one because next week I'm gonna be all right. Yeah, I'll address this little thing in Georgia. I'm gonna have to address that this weekend or something. I ain't gonna address that now, but by the 20th and all that. I don't know. They putting pressure. January's a bad month. That's a weird spot. I don't know why they talked to me about that. I'll ignore that. That's something to think about. Yeah, I might do that next, but I don't know because that's something they was looking for and all that. And you know, it's pandemic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we're past that. What they doing now? He said, replying to the captain, yeah, same here. But yeah, man, like I said, you know, oh, it's 10:53. Oh shit, it's almost that time. Yeah, 3 hours about to approach. He said, I only ghost. Okay, I'm gonna mute up for about 15 minutes and I'll be right back. Just give me 15 minutes, I'll be right back, y'all. Oh, I'm back. Woo. Have to stay up too. See what's going on in here. Okay. Okay. Bro, we got to talk about this off air. Shaking my head. Okay. 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 Yeah. Just give me, I will say, give me the next hour. Give me the next hour. Yeah. Cause I ain't really saying much. This is like a redo. Um, Captain, I'll send you the shit in the hideout if you're listening. Um, just wait in the back, not right now, but when the next hour hits, you know, wait till the next hour because I'm gonna say some shit for some minutes. Give myself strength. He said, "No, take your time, man." Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna take my time because the next hour, because this ain't gonna be a long one. It's one of those streams that it's like a redo. Just getting back to let y'all know, and I was speaking my piece. I kind of dozed off and forgot a train of thought. Okay. Oh, speaking of the Monahan report, I said it briefly early in the stream. I said, yes, a theory from yesterday. I think Saruin broke it down, which is smart. That's all I got from it. I don't want to go in depth and read on it. I think it's a bunch of bullshit talking about it for the younger generation. They don't want to hear that shit. Quiet skeptic, they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that shit. That shit is it's redundant at this point. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect people to listen to you long term. I'm just saying, like, bruh, cut the bullshit. Please cut the bullshit. Because some people gonna look at you side eyed all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be all the time. And that's just what it is. Like, I can't explain everything. Oh, it's just a turn 11. Okay, cool, cool. 11 Eastern. Okay, we got time. Yeah, let me get this off real quick. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all over here talking about this shit all the time. I know people look at the network, everything's lit right now. So, Thursdays is one of those nights you can just say, hey, ain't gonna hang it up or anything. And that's just what it is. I'm not just really focused on one thing at a time. So you look at it for what it is. And I'm not upset with it. And it's just what it is. And I'm just like, oh wow. He said blue pills, real relationships. That's gotta be a good topic. They keep me taken seriously. Oh shit. Joey's on that little shit. Polo guy. It's like an hour. Oh shit. Let me see this shit. Let me share X's shit. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me share that shit. I'll say what's the brother X. That's where y'all went. Y'all want to talk to the trims. I see y'all. A lot of fuck niggas in the chat. A lot of fuck niggas in the chat. Which I don't fuck with. But that's okay. I'm gonna see who's who. I unblock Blexit. No. Yeah, man. We gotta see what we gotta see. If I find out one of you niggas unsubscribe, I'm taking your shit. That's just facts. That's just facts. I'm just telling it like it is. And it's ain't no beef or anything, but you know what it is. You know, I'll give it to somebody else. I have done that. I'm gonna find out who it is. I'm telling it like it is right now. I'm not playing this year. You know, villains stick to ourselves, and I know people gonna hate, and they should say you ain't gonna get no views. The fuck out of here. Don't mean nothing. You just like the cloud chase. Just don't fuck with you like that. And I'm gonna have to find another way to cut you off too, because I'm gonna have to look at my subscription list as well. If you did that to me, I'm gonna do that to you. It's fair for fair. You can't come around and do the same bullshit and expect me to return. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having it this year. I'm not playing with y'all. It's just what it is. Cause I'm glad I got my circle the way it is. I mean, finally, no bullshit for nobody. I'm just gonna find out who it is. I wanna know. Cause the next time if I do a stream, I'll say this coming up Sunday. I'll see and tomorrow. We'll see who's in the chat. That's all I want to know. And I'm just telling it like it is. Yeah. So I know people is going to hate regardless. So, but that's okay. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? And if I find out if you don't frequent, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I just gotta see for what's going on. I'm pulling because there's gonna be a lot of moderations gonna be taken. You know, if I find out and then you over here not subscribe, I'm like, nah, I can't tolerate that. Last time I did that to two individuals, and I thought they was coming. No, they didn't come back. But you know, I'm done playing with niggas, man. You gotta treat people what they are, because it's gonna get to a point you're gonna start looking at what you see and what you get, and you got to, you know, because I'm not in the mood for that. Like, you know, it's not like if you with me, you're against me. If you're against me, that's cool, but don't act like you was there in the beginning. It's a trust thing, but sometimes if you wanna side with dude, that's cool. But I don't freak with dude like that. I just let you rock. But you're not gonna have a lot of wrenches everywhere and think you're gonna be no, I don't work that way. No, I don't do that. If we have bad blood and have issues online and you know, we can coexist on panels, we just not going to I'm not going to acknowledge you. That's how I get down. Because if I have a problem with somebody and I've been on panels with them, I'm not going to acknowledge you. I'm not going to address you. It's going to treat you like you are. And I won't say this. Yeah, I'm going to roast you in the chat, but I may not roast you. You know what I'm saying? If you did some funny shit, weird shit, I'm just not going to speak to you. I'm just gonna call how I see it. But yeah, because I'm seeing certain people that's my mod over here over at X. But yeah, I'm just sky watching. You know, I'm not really taking nobody's now. I just got to see from tomorrow because I may do a vlog stream tomorrow, talk about something serious, about certain things, certain topics. It's a different topic. Um, I won't come up with it. It's in my mind. It's what I saw this week. Yeah, man. It's one of those things, man. I gotta see for what it is, what it counts. Because I see a lot of people wanting attention and things like that nature. And that's just what it is. And I'm not worried about it. But yeah, I just gotta, I ain't taking them right now. I'm just saying, like, if you're subscribed, unsubscribed, we gotta see. Because there's been a lot of weird shit going on. But I'm just gonna check and make sure. I'm on that type of time too. Cause it's a lot of shaky shit going on and things like that. If I don't see you around, um, that's gonna be an issue because I can't have somebody half step over here. I just can't. And then you have it on the channel and then you don't support, but that's cool. Ain't got time for that. And it's just it is what it is. I'm not gonna get mad at you or anything. I'm just gonna let you be. But if you're on here, we'll see. We'll see. I just want to know. I'll find out in the stream. I'll find another stream. I will say tomorrow. I gotta see that person if he's gonna be in the chat. Ain't you guys? It's somebody that shit frequent. But if it's like that, he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll determine who's gonna get that one. I'm just not really worried right now. So yeah. Oh, it's 3 hours. Yeah, yeah. I got 15 minutes. Yeah, it's 3 hours. So we're 3 hours in. So we're in the final mark. Cause I know this ain't gonna be a over the such because everybody's busy Thursday. Cause this shit is wild. There's a lot of shit going on because everybody's doing their thing and just being efficient and things like that. So yeah, about the CRT thing, I believe that discussion should be dead in these spaces. And to me, I don't really care. I think that's one of the main issues people get divided on and they just want to get emotional. And I look at it like this. It's one of those things that those topics get hotbed. So, y'all just give me 3 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go mute. I'm gonna check something. All right. Let's see who's going on here. All right. What's going on? Oh, not much, Degenerate. I'm just talking about, certain people that come through my channel and things like that. See if who's consistent over here or not, because I don't have to deal with that. I just got to see in my streams. I got to watch my replays. And if it's like a long duration, I'm looking at it right now because January is a hard month. People ain't looking at content what I got. I got to see first. I got to see first who's subscribed or not. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't tolerate that long term. So I gotta see on my little board, and I have to remove something because I don't want no problems, no bone carriers, no nothing. It's just it's gonna get to a point. There's gonna be a lot of splits. I told y'all this. This is gonna happen. People got all these wild streams and they doing wild shit. I'm not really impressed. It just is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna get emotional about it. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm on that type of time. And bruh, it's just like, you can't get mad at people. People gonna be people. And you gotta learn to accept it. I'm not trying to keep it that way. I'm just not gonna do a lot of damn marathons and shit. People gotta understand, like, I'm on a different type of time. Like, I see things for what it is. Like when the pandemic came, people changed. And I'm not just saying I'm gonna yank or anything. I'm just saying where people stand at. I know people's on that type of time this year and all that. Like, no, no, I have content. Y'all just wasn't fucking with me in the beginning. You told on yourself on another panel. I just gotta see first. I can't rely on people that are inconsistent. I'm just saying. I already know what my day ones look like. Okay. Y'all can't tell me what's what. Y'all know my content like that. I've been doing this for a long, long time before you and anybody else. Let's not act like y'all know me, but you don't know me. You think you do, but you don't. You have no idea. Been doing this shit for a long time. I know people's gonna hate. That's just what it is. It's part of it, and I love it because you're giving me too much power. Don't do that. The more you hate, the more power you're gonna give it to me. Because what's gonna happen is it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. Like, don't do that. That's one of the worst things you do to a person. Don't underestimate the individual. I feel like some things should not be said, and I heard people said that on said panels. Oh dang! Oh, they got at me. Oh, they got at me. Okay, cool, cool. That lets me know right there. Okay, cool, cool. Guess the hate is real. I guess the hate is real. I love it. The hate is real. I love that shit. Yeah, y'all just proving my point. I know there was some haters watching, but I love it. I don't know who it is, but it'd be nice if we had some censors and shit. The hate is real, boy. I love it. Yeah. But yeah, I'll see it for what it is. But I think people's gonna hate regardless. And like I said, it's just what it is. So yeah, this is like a redo. 14. I know people are gonna get tired of this one, but next week I'm gonna talk about something totally different on that Thursday. So on the 20th, I'll come up with some. I'm going to like I said, me see right quick. I'm gonna check something real quick because I got something in. I'm gonna check something real quick. Okay. All right, y'all. Appreciate that everybody come through. Like I said before, I say it again. Uh, our standard is what it is in the villain sphere. We're gonna be all right in the villain sector of the villain sphere. Appreciate everybody came through. Book of Ronin, Gray Regime, aka Cerulean himself, Mike, Third War, Colombian, Beef and Brock, Art, and everybody else, Degenerate. Who else came through? Lady Love, New Mace, Supreme Elder, DJ, Mr. DJ Music, Pastor, everybody. Maze, yeah, I said Maze. Who else came through? Shar. Appreciate y'all. Collie Jane. Appreciate that everybody came through. Yeah. Yeah. So with that, I want to say peace and shalom. Oh hell, Great Skull. I'm out.